Here come the refugees sailing across the seas. They're all crowded on a little piece of tin, hoping to get in to Australia, land of the free, of fair go and democracy. But they're all in for a big surprise: detention without trial. Here come the refugees, fleeing brutality, torture, rape and murder, things that we just can't imagine. Given everything to escape from the regime, the lots of people just because they dream about freedom. What do we do when they wash up our lucky country? We lock them up as scapegoats in the concentration camps. In most other countries, potential refugees can live in the community while waiting on assessment. Instead, what happens here? We tease upon their fear. Interrogation, isolation, drug sedation, torture. Sounds just like the hell from which they fled to you and me. We lock them up as scapegoats in the concentration camps. Here come the refugees sailing across the seas. They're all crowded on a little piece of tin, hoping to get in to Australia, land of the free, of fair go and democracy. But they're all in for a big surprise: detention without trial. Mistaken refugees thought that our country was civilized enough to treat them with humanity. Oh, but what do they find? Imprisoned without trial. United Nations can't come in to check on human rights. Well, sounds just like the hell from which they fled to you and me. We lock them up as scapegoats in the concentration camps. Basic rights denied, they go on hunger strike. We bash them up and tell ourselves they're just a bag of winters. And we give money to US companies who run the camps on a shoestring to maximize their profit. What do we do when they wash up our lucky country? We lock them up as scapegoats in the concentration camps. Here come the refugees sailing across the seas. But Australia is not what it seems, a land of democracy, and we're all living one great big lie. Detention without trial. Detention without trial.
That implies that I was covering something up, and I reject that completely.
Big man leans on a falling down fence, looks at his Rolex and says no offense. Wasn't his fault, he couldn't make a profit. Cries as he slips both hands in your pocket. They collapse in the sink, you're the one at the bottom. The seabed's dark and smells pretty rotten. A lifeboat comes with your entitlement pay, but directors of the company take it all
The reality is the Australian people, when they voted, were voting on our asylum seeker policy.
I am told that someone has looked at it, and it is an absolute fact. Children were thrown into the water. If you don't accept that, you don't accept anything I say.
Here's to the workers' unions. We'll march on the 1st of May. It's time we stop refusing to sign our lives away.
I have now reached the conclusion that there is no evidence to support the claim that children were thrown overboard.
You feel like a deal, Edmund?
I don't feel like a deal.
So we go to the government to claim our rights, but they're busy keeping all of the poor out of sight. They'll train up the army to take your job, then they'll put you on the dole and label you a slob. Government keeps selling while the people weep. They're throwing us overboard into the deep. Here we go again, we're the ones at the bottom, where everything's dark and smells pretty rotten.
think that's a bit offensive. I wasn't there, and I can only act on advice. It's not surprising that some polls would indicate people didn't agree with me.
Here's to